Even if you're an immigrant or the child of an immigrant like I am, and you're banned from running for federal parliament like I am because you refuse to renounce that, the excuses for increasing Australia's population by 4 million over the next 10 years still aren't supported by the data and still don't make any sense when you think about it. And we still need to be honest about that. I'm running as an independent for weight. The two main excuses are that we need the skills and we have an aging population and a low birth rate. So we need 4 million over the next 10 years to somehow compensate for that. A low birth rate means there aren't enough babies relative to the number of adults. That means there are too many adults relative to the number of babies. So trying to fix that problem by bringing adults and their parents sometimes over into the country, just because some of them also have babies, isn't an effective or efficient way of solving that problem. When it comes to skills, it's understandable to think that bringing skilled workers over will increase the percentage of people who are skilled and that will address skills shortages. But this ignores a couple of important things. The main problem is that the faster the population is growing, the higher the per capita demand for skills. So it doesn't just increase the total demand for skills because you've got more people in the country now, it increases the per capita demand for skills because building things and maintaining what you've got requires a lot more labour per capita than just maintaining what you've got. Building houses takes a lot more labour than just maintaining houses. Building roads and new hospitals, expanding all the infrastructure, building the new schools to allow for this growing population, this requires far more skills per capita than just maintaining existing schools. On top of that, you're not even increasing the percentage of people who are skilled that much because we give people citizenship after a minimum of just 4 years in the country. Obviously, we don't want to separate people from their parents, their family, so of course we have to let them bring their family over. That means they're bringing over their parents who might need aged care already or very soon, maybe their spouse who may not have necessary skills, maybe their spouse's parents. They're also going to have kids. Kids need childcare, education, healthcare, etc. You're not even increasing the ratio of skilled workers to other people by that much, and then once you account for the fact that you're increasing the per capita demand for skills, you're reducing the amount of land available per capita, you're reducing the amount of natural resources available per capita. Japan has had a substantially lower inflation rate than Australia since the mid-1970s. In the mid-1970s, their population growth rate dropped below Australia's, and that's despite their aging population problem, which should push prices up. And that low inflation rate in Japan doesn't even account for the fact that land per capita in Australia, natural resources per capita in Australia have gone down, and in Japan they haven't. The Greens quite rightly want us to reduce our reliance on imported petrol and electrify our transport system. Much harder if your resources are instead going into building the infrastructure for growing the population. That's one of the many reasons that I'm running as an independent for weight.
Authorised by Alec Gargett, independent for weight electorate, City of Mitcham.